Hello, it is February 19th, Monday, February 19th, 2024, and we are having a very odd winter here in Minnesota. No snow on the ground, very little at least. It is 37 degrees, a bluebird day, and wind is out of the south-southeast at about 10 miles an hour, which makes it feel a little chilly. And I figured as long as we're here, might as well give you a quick garden update. Without a ton of snow on the ground, we've had the ability to come out here and look at the garden and make our plans for the upcoming year. We're gonna change some layouts. We've got markers on the ground to remind us what our thoughts are and what we're going to do. I'm gonna figure I'd give you a quick little tour. I think this year we're going to somewhat just flip the layout of the garden. We had some different areas of the garden where we experienced some necrosis on our tomatoes, so we don't want to put tomatoes or anything in the nightshade family back in that area. So it's caused us to kind of rethink the layout, and nothing was permanent anyway. It was all trial and error. I think we had a very successful garden last year, but we did learn some things, and there's some things that we want to do differently. So we'll come out here and knock down all this cane from the old tomatoes and the morning glories and things like that. We're going to put more of this tarp down in the garden for the 2024 growing season to try and free up a little time. If we can just tend the plants and spend more time tending the plants and less time trying to stay on top of the weeds, that would be a bonus. So yeah, we've already put in some seed orders. We've already had some delivered, and there's some plants that we're going to be starting here probably within the next couple of weeks, because there's some that just need a real good head start. A good majority of things that we're starting probably will happen. There are a good number of things that we won't start until the end of March, beginning of April, just because it's less shocking for some of those plants to be transplanted out here into the garden if they're smaller. Sometimes, depending on the plant, it can be very difficult to harden them off and get them to really take off in the garden if they're too big. If you're growing in a window where you're getting 12 hours of sunlight and there's never any wind and there's rarely any temperature fluctuation coming out into a garden, into the outdoors, where the ground soil temperature changes and the air temperature changes daily and fluctuates between day and night, can be tough for some of those plants to really get used to. So anyway, here she is, all brown, needing to be cleaned out. We've got some soil amendment things that we're going to do for the spring, and we'll take you guys all along for the ride once again. So here we are, not quite spring yet. 37 degrees here in Minnesota. Until next time, take care.